You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
I'm Gonzo, got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boy.
Autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, It is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Ravens are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. They're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. Third down gain of 19. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hurts throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth,
Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, Cook. Nice and strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 in the edge of the red zone. A big one there for the Ravens. He goes for 18.
That was good tough running right up the middle. If the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on first down. Cook. Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. A dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is where he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It'll be Hurts on the option. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because when it's a good team, you're just making it easier for them and giving them extra opportunities.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure unbridled joy after that one.
Jackson on first down. Over the middle, caught by London. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll dump this off to Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. It is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
You know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. you can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Hurts. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now. They're thinking about ways to close this game out. As completely as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down, here's an option right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll get him down short of first down, right on the 10-yard line. So the completion results in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Six yards left on second down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Following a good run by Cook. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he gets us to the outside midfield across the 45 before going out. Jackson Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Here's Cook again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just held on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hurts will throw. It's complete. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? The game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to